Hello, it's your favorite sports thunk here. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button to join the fastest growing community on YouTube. Remember, Nightcap doesn't happen without you. So please subscribe or you're going to make Ocho cry. The guy that's coming to the stage has been an All-Pro. He's been a Super Bowl. Orlando Brown Jr.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Appreciate y'all, man. Who they, dog?
Yeah.
You already know, man. Appreciate y'all having me on.
Oh, I appreciate you stopping by.
Yeah.
Your former team
Yep.
is in the Super Bowl again.
Yeah, hell yeah.
What are your thoughts? What are you feeling? You're like, damn, I really left a great situation.
Yeah. I mean, honestly, I already knew that, though.
Did you?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, I think oftentimes, man, especially in our position, our profession in the NFL, it's easy to put pleasure over business. And, man, the relationships that I built over there, the people that I knew, my coaches, my O-line coach, Pat, Trav, everything that they built and still building, I knew what I was leaving. But at the end of the day, man, I feel like I ended up in a great situation. And, I mean, I definitely think the Chiefs going to win the Super Bowl, you know,
Right.
just because that's what they do, man.
Right.
You know what I mean?
So what happened? Because like, as you mentioned, you had a great situation. You got the best quarterback. You got a historically great tight end, an offense that's flowing like a well-oiled machine.
Yeah.
It seems like there was a situation where you wanted X and they were willing to pay you like R or S.
Yeah. And that's exactly kind of, you know, how it went, I would say. You know, the thing about the sport and the organizations, y'all were top dogs, y'all understand, is it's only so many that get the big play.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like it's a lot of guys at the table, but it's only 3 that's gonna really get that big play.
Get that bag.
Yeah, to where, you know, you live in how you live in and you got the respect and all that different stuff. So I just felt like it was a situation, man, where my role was somewhat, you know what I mean, minimized just because of where I am in my career.
Go ahead, Ocho.
The biggest threat to the Chiefs in the AFC is our Bengals.
Absolutely.
You heard that, Unc? The biggest threat to the Chiefs in the AFC is our Bengals with a healthy Joe Burrow.
Yeah, everybody know that.
What do you think about us next year when we get Joe back healthy? We get T back? You think T Higgins coming back?
Yeah,
Because I'm sure they're probably gonna franchise him, right?
Yeah, I imagine that's probably how it'll go down.
So with a healthy Joe, I think we are right back in contention, or probably in the playoffs, and we'll probably be in this position next year. Your thoughts?
I agree, dog, because I feel like, man, at the end of the day, a lot of our losses, you know, not taking any credit away from my man Jake, you know, it came down to quarterback playing a few situations here and there. And, I mean, Joe Burrow is top 2, top 3 quarterback in this league.
Right.
And has proven that, you know what I'm saying? And getting him back, man, our defense. And I think the best thing that we really have going is we got a strong front office, dog. Like they love the game. They know ball. They go get the guys that they want. And, you know, when you have that type of mindset up front, upstairs, you know, in ownership and front office, I mean, dog, the sky's the limit. You know what I mean? And I think having, like you said, all them names you dropped off, bro, getting them back, like, that's important. And I think everybody know that in the league. Kansas City, too.
What's the biggest difference? And I'm not talking about play, but what's the biggest difference, because you played with Patrick Mahomes for a number of years, you only played 1 year with Joe Burrow. What is the biggest difference in the style of, like, leadership, what they're like in the huddle, what they're like in the locker room?
Yeah.
What is the biggest difference that you can share with us between those 2 guys?
Yeah, man, Pat Mahomes is like a Michael Jordan-esque approach, you know, where, hey, if you not
singular focus.
Hey, if you not on 10, hey, he on your ass straight up. You know what I mean?
Wait, if Mahomes has that Michael Jordan type approach, then what would Joe be? In comparison to?
Larry Bird? Like, who we talking?
Larry? Okay.
I feel like, you know, the thing about Pat, man, is he always did a tremendous job. And just like Joe, really any of the top quarterbacks getting the most out of their guys. I think John Elway, you know what I mean? He going to get the most out of his guys. He going to relate to everybody in the locker room. You know, he mixed, so that helps a lot.
Yes.
And, you know, I think that's one thing to me that always stood out about Pat, too, was his work ethic, man. He's such a hard worker. His attention to detail was crazy. How involved he is with that organization, how involved he is with the game plans on the weekly, the daily focus. It's special. And then I take you to my man Joe Shiesty. Joe Shiesty got it figured out. Joe Shiesty is different. And I think the thing that he's really mastered is timing. And he's so emotional, but you would never know that just seeing him. You know what I'm saying? You would never know that listening to his interviews or seeing him talk, but he's so emotional. He hitting his helmet after scrambling for a first down on third down. You know, I remember we lost to the Titans. Zach didn't even have to bring us up. It's Joe Burrow. You know what I mean? Letting the team know that, hey, this is what we got to do. And spoke to the team before training camp and all those different things. Man, I admire that about Shiesty, man. It's just really his timing.
Yeah.
You already know.
What? You was in Kansas City. And obviously, Eric Bieniemy was the offensive coordinator.
Yep.
Why do you feel EB hasn't got a job as a head coach?
Yeah, it's really unfortunate, man, because, you know, I hate to put it like this, but this is just the real. Oftentimes, ownership, I think, ends up in a situation where they're looking for the guy that they can relate to. And they're looking for the guy that they feel comfortable with. And, you know, if you owned a business and you were hiring someone in that prime of a position, you're looking for that as well. And I think too often, man, EB has gotten caught in the wing of that. And in terms of how he is as a coach, his approach.
How is he as a coach?
An amazing coach, but he's old school. You know what I mean? He gonna let you know.
That's one of the problems.
When you wrong, he gonna let you know you're wrong, regardless of who you are.
Absolutely, he gonna let you know. I seen him get into it with 15, 87, Coach Reed. You know what I mean?
Wow.
You know what I mean? So he the real deal, man. And that's what I appreciated about him as a coach was, man, his focus, like that attention to detail that he came with on a daily basis, the energy. Like that's, you know what I mean? I don't want to take too much credit away from players, but it was one of the things that kept the engine rolling.
Yeah, see, that's one of the problems, though. Did you hear how you noticed he said that old school playing style?
Right.
That's one of the reasons why I think personally that Bill Belichick doesn't have a head coaching job right now.
No,
because
for
you
real.
have these younger players, younger generation, and that old school philosophy, that old school style is not going to resonate with these young boys.
Not at all.
So they're going to shut down. They're going to talk back. You know what I'm trying to say.
Yeah.
And I think that's why the NFL owners are going more towards younger coaches that are players coaches and can relate to the younger generation a little bit better.
Yeah, you also got to think, too, a lot of times with these coaches, some of their biggest fear is losing the quarterback guy, losing the QB coach, losing the offensive coordinator. So now what they're doing, they're going to hire that young QB mind, knowing and shoring that up for long term while going out and dealing with the rotation of a defensive coordinator or something like that. So, you know, it's weird how the game is going.
But it seems to me, and I know EB a little bit, I'm a couple of years older than he is, but it seems like he's big on accountability.
Huge.
There's a level of expectation that he has for every player, and he wants you to come with that singular focus every single day to get better, and then come game time, I expect you to be where you're supposed to be, do what you're supposed to do, and if you're not that, I'm going to be on you.
Yeah, and you know, the standard in Kansas City is so high. The standard is so high. We finish every play up front. We finish with a burst. You know what I mean? And that's the standard as a Kansas City Chief. And so when you have that kind of standard mixed with an old school approach like Coach EB, you're going to get the most out of a lot of guys. And that's why you see so many young men, I feel like, coming to there because of the structure, you know, how properly structured it is. It's you know, it's somewhat different from college, but very similar in terms of the structure, man. But, I mean, EB was just, that's what he was.
When you talk about standard, right? And I think about the time I played with the Bengals 11 years, and there's been a huge shift in culture, a huge shift in discipline, and where even me as a fan now, and even Bengals fans in Cincinnati, it's like no matter what happens, you already know you're going to be in contention every single season, no matter what, as long as 9 is in place. What do you think is a reason for that shift in culture?
It starts up front. In the front office. And when you have a front office that is bringing in the right guys, that is going out and finding the Joe Burrow personalities, finding the T. Higgins, the Jamar Chases, you know, all those type of things are so important. And it starts with ownership in front office, trickles on down to coaches, the standard that Zach sets, how he is. And then on top of that, the players, man, it's on us as players, you know what I mean, to do our job at a high level week to week.
Weapon? Oh, yeah.
You almost there.
Hey, we do,
you almost there now.
We almost there. Hey, Big O, we almost there. $9.99, $9.40. $9.99, $9.40. You follow. Ask you this question. You watched, I'm sure you watched Chiefs and studied them. What was the biggest shift? Because you're talking about a team that was the most penalized offense. Their offensive line wasn't very good. They had Patrick Mahomes, probably got sacked more than he had gotten sacked at any point in time. And then you see the 180 that happened in the playoffs. What do you think was the cause of that?
Yeah, well, at times, man, I think, you know, sometimes as coaches, it's easy to get caught up in last year and our identity.
Right.
Last year's identity. You know what I mean? As an offensive play caller. And so I imagine
New left tackle, new right tackle.
It's chemistry.
Right.
Because playing with Pat Mahomes, I had to learn to have an understanding for the feel of the game. I had to understand that he's taking this deep drop because of the way that he sees coverage.
Right.
990.
Oh! Ocho! Ocho!
Oh. Pop the bottom, you got pop. Other one. There's some champagne somewhere. You ain't Ocho. Oh, there you go.
Yeah!
Hey now.
I appreciate y'all.
Okay, clear.
Man, thank you so much. Oh my goodness. Guys, you don't even really know how much this means to us. When Ocho and I put this thing together, when I called Doug, he was his agent, and I said, Doug, I got this idea.
Get your mic.
Oh. I said, Doug, I got this idea. I called his agent. I said, Doug, I got an idea for a show. Me and Jamie Horowitz. Jamie's rolling right here somewhere. And we met with Doug and Ocho. I said, Ocho, I got this idea. Mm-hmm. He said, I don't even want to hear no more about it. I'm with you, huh?
Yeah.
I said, let me tell you the idea. He said, no, we good. And so this thing has taken off and been better than we ever imagined. Mm-hmm. And it's because of you. Yeah, Ocho and I, we tell stories. Yeah, we played the game of football. We played it at a high level. And we tell very interesting stories. I mean, I probably told some stories I probably shouldn't have told. I got a few more to tell, too. I'm sure I'm going to tell some tonight. But it's because of you. I mean, look at you guys that showed up. We want to thank you for showing up. Yeah. We want to thank all of you guys that's in the live chat. So we really, really appreciate it from the bottom of our heart.
Yeah. Hey, listen, first off, success on the field, right?
Look at that. Look at Ocho. Look at Ocho.
Oh, yeah.
Hey, we in the club, man. Yeah. I like it.
Red tail.
Yeah. But listen, I think about success on the field. You know, Shannon was very successful. I was okay on the field. But without the fans, which I consider the meat and potatoes of success, we would be nothing. So when it comes to us doing Nightcap, I want y'all to give yourself a round of applause, too, for helping us reach this milestone, please. I thank you. I really thank you from the bottom of my heart because obviously he tried to give me the idea and tell me what this was all about. I didn't want to hear it. I didn't want to care. I just wanted something to do. I like to fucking talk. I talk a lot. So listen, I had no idea it would come to this in such a short amount of time. And I thank y'all. I fucking love you. And I really appreciate you. And this is just the beginning because we just started. We're only, 3 months? 3 months in?
We're 4 months. We hit 1,000 subs in exactly 4 months.
4 months, man. That's dope, man. Thank y'all, man. I really appreciate it.
Thank you so much. Appreciate it.
Special, man. That's special.
No, I'm gonna get y'all. I want to ask you this. Your dad, Orlando Sr., played for the Browns.
Yep.
And I remember hearing you talking. I mean, they had moved you were playing right tackle.
Yeah.
You say, but my dad envisioned me being a great left tackle.
Yep.
You weren't complacent, and you are a great right tackle.
Oh, yeah.
But something in your soul, something in your psyche just didn't sit right. You said Dad would be happy for me, but he would be much more happy if I was on the left side doing what I'm doing. Why was that such a big deal for you to move to the left side from the right?
Yeah, it's somewhat of a long story, but we got time.
Yeah, we got time.
So my dad was an undrafted. He was a rookie minicamp invitee.
Right.
And he ended up getting the invite to OTAs and minicamp and the training camp, and Bill Belichick puts him on IR as a rookie.
Yes.
And he's hiding him, and my dad's the bully guy, so he's coming from South Carolina State at HBCU.
Yep.
You know, he's got it rough.
Right.
And so he had to come in from the bottom and scratch and claw his way to the top.
Right.
You know, while also seeing guys like Jonathan Ogden be drafted in the first round.
Right.
Seeing guys like Orlando Pace play really well at a high level, Walter Jones. And so growing up, he always emphasized to me, always spoke to me, be a better man than I am in every way, shape, form, and fashion. And don't strive to beat me. Set higher standards for yourself. Go get Walter Jones. Go get Jonathan Ogden. Go attain what they attain. And so, man, it's crazy, man. You know, I get goosebumps, you know, when I think about it, a little emotional. But when I was in Baltimore, it was so hard for me to leave that situation because that was home for me. You know, that was an organization that, you know, gave my family the opportunity, gave me the opportunity, man. Oh, is that? That's tough. That's tough, man. But gave me the opportunity, you know, to be an offensive tackle in this league.
Right.
And, you know, taking you through the story and the transition, one of the first things that we talked about in my exit meeting as a rookie was, hey, we don't know they're playing at left tackle. We know we have Ronnie Stanley, but we see you fit as a left tackle here as well in the future. And it's a business. I take everything with a grain of salt. You know what I mean?
Right.
But that was spoken about.
Right.
And so, you know, in due time, Ronnie Stanley has a unanimous All-Pro year. I mean, lockdown, flawless, flawless fifth year. And they extend him. The following year, he goes out there, he breaks his leg. I get the opportunity to be a left tackle. My mentor's in the crowd. I remember talking to him, and, you know, something he said to me was, you know, your dad really would want you to maximize on this opportunity.
Yes.
And he would really want you to chase your dreams and aspirations. And in Baltimore, I would have Orlando Brown Jr. Day at my elementary school because I'm from there.
Yeah.
And they pull out a card from when I was 7 years old. And the note card says, where will you be 20 years from now? And I said, 18 years from now, I said I'll be the starting left tackle for the Baltimore Ravens. And, you know, that for me in itself was such a feat, man. It was so hard to leave that situation. But, you know, I had to do what I had to do because, man, for me, it was bigger than that. And the Baltimore Ravens organization, talking on the phone with the owner, Steve Bisciotti, Eric DeCosta, Ozzie Newsome, Coach Harbaugh, they all understood that, man. And I can't believe they sent me to Kansas City. I couldn't believe it, but the owner, Steve Bisciotti, was like, man, you deserve this. You know, I don't want to see you nowhere in NFC North. I don't want to see you in a shit situation. I want to see you to the right place, man. So forever indebted, you know what I mean, to that organization.
Thanks for stopping by, OB.
Of course,
Orlando Brown
Appreciate
Jr.,
you,
ladies and gentlemen.
Thank you.
Let me see. Yes, sir. We going to strip club tonight?
No. Not me. Money is in pocket.
Appreciate that, O.